Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options. FX options are a low-risk alternative to hedging currency moves in any market condition.
Welcome, everyone. This is Steve Misic, your host for today's ISC webinar. Unfortunately, Steve Misic is in Dubai, UAE, and he cannot phone in. Apparently, we cannot find the WebEx number for him to phone in, so I'll have to fill in for Steve. So I will not be talking about U.S. dollar predictions, trading in any market condition, unless he can miraculously call in, which might happen. You never know. But what I thought I would do is talk about option skew. In fact, if you have any questions, I'd love for you to type them right in, because we can. I can handle all your questions regarding currency options. And then I thought I would talk about option skew, why it exists, and maybe even go to the FX option site, show you how that really works and how you can do this each and every day. So great. Mike says option skew would be great. Thank you, Mike. We're just sort of, we're just trying to get by here. That's all we can do. I don't want to not present. So that's what we're going to do. I'll take you guys to the FX option site, and we'll talk about the cool tools that we have. Lots happening in the currency markets. I mean, it's really amazing what has happened in the last 4 weeks or so. And if you think about what's happening, well, QE1, QE2, what does it mean to the dollar? Well, I think at least the initial reaction is the dollar is, if you don't mind me sort of using a phrase or a metaphor, the dollar is the ugliest house on the block right now. Everyone doesn't like the dollar, but will that exist? We don't know. That is why we trade options, so you can predict that it's going to continue, or you could predict that it's going to reverse. But the skewness is something that's really, really neat, because it allows you to understand what the largest traders in the world are predicting by looking at options volatility. So, like I mentioned, QE2, do we know if it's all priced in? How much? What's going to happen? What will the other countries do? And how will the various currency pairs react? That's up to us to decide. So let's take a look at some of the skew charts. And you can get all these skew charts. In fact, I did this just a couple moments ago at fxoptions.com. Of course, options aren't for everyone, so you should get a copy of the characteristics and risks of standardized options. Go to optionseducation.org to learn more about options. If you ever have any questions, you can always call 1-888-OPTIONS. So I've been following the currency markets very, very closely, and interestingly enough, the Canadian dollar is now in what I would call an option smile. It was prior to maybe 2 weeks ago, or even a week and a half ago, was more an upward slope, meaning that the U.S. dollar over the Canadian dollar, option traders were saying that the market might actually move down slowly or move up quickly. Of course, it has moved down slowly, but in the last 5-6 trading days, we've got what I would call, in fact, people in the industry call it an option smile. What is the option smile? The option smile basically says that a certain trading instrument is just as likely to move up a lot or move down a lot. This would be what I would say is the at the money right here. Oops, I need to erase that. But anyway, that's so the bottom of that smile would be the price, let's say around 101, 100.93 when I took the screenshot at the ISC, fxoptions.com. So what is it saying? Well, what it's saying is that we're at a critical juncture of that. It's possible that we might go down into the 90 level, and it's just as possible that the market might get volatile and head up to the 110 level. How do I see that? Well, if you take a look at the volatilities at, let's say, the 90 level and the 110 level, well, they're roughly the same, about 14 or 15%. Oh, Steve Misic is here.
Hey, hello.
Hey, Steve. Awesome. I am so happy that you made it. And again, thank you for your perseverance. I jumped in and started talking about something completely unrelated to your topic, but I wanted to make sure that we, everyone was happy. So now you can actually start. Let me just take you back. Steve, thanks again. I know it's really, really late, or I guess early in the morning there in Dubai, so I appreciate you hanging with us. Steve Misic is the instructor for the online trading academy, and he talks about futures, Forex, equities, and options. You can always contact him at smisic@tradingacademy.com. He gives presentations all throughout the world talking about, as I said, futures, Forex, equities, and options, and we're really pleased here at the ISC to have him today talking about what's going on in the currency markets, and there's tons to talk about. So without further ado, I want to introduce Steve Misic. Steve, thanks for coming.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for, Well, we know that we have issues when we try to call in from Dubai, so we'll know that for next time. But hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I see some of my friends in here are typing in there. Yes, I have computer problems from Dubai, that's for sure. And I just finished a class here, as a matter of fact. The classes actually ran until about 11:30 p.m. And it's actually 12:30 p.m. here, or a.m. actually. So good morning to everybody, and thanks for having me. Okay, so let's jump in here because we've got another action-packed dollar webinar. And you've got a couple coming up after mine, I see. You've got October on the 18th and 19th. You're going to have a couple of webinars, and then Jack Cook will be back on the 26th. So this one coming up with Nicole Watts looks really good for condors and butterflies because we're actually going to talk about times to actually use those type of strategies. That's part of our presentation for today. So I'm sure Steve went through this list here. Make sure you understand that we're talking about options, so we're talking about risks, and you want to understand the risks before you enter any kind of vehicle to trade. Understand the risks and the potential rewards. Make sure you get a copy of the characteristics and risks of standardized options from your broker before you trade. And take the time to continue to educate yourself because getting that education is key. Okay? All right. Just a little bit about Online Trading Academy. I just came back from a conference in California. We had our annual conference. This is actually our 5th. And our mission statement is transforming lives worldwide through exceptional trading and investing education. And it was our pleasure to see a bunch of our students that were actually brought out to the conference. And they told their stories. And it was amazing that some of the students were people that have had their lives changed a little bit by learning how to trade and invest. And I'm happy to be a part of that. And we do training in all the different asset classes. We do what we call on-site classes, which is what I'm doing here in Dubai. We also do our electronic classroom called the Extended Learning Program. So we have a lot of opportunities for you to learn any of the assets that we teach. And so if you're interested in any more information, there's my address for the website, tradingacademy.com. Come on out. There's a lot of free resources to get you started. And if you're interested, look for a location close to you and pop in for what we call a power trading workshop.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.